Here we are today at the gorgeous Heart & Co kitchen, cooking with Jed Gerard from Hearth at the Ritz, Carlton, Perth. We've got two phenomenal WA producers coming together to create the ultimate autumn dish.
So the first step is actually drying the pork rack out for 24 hours so we get a really nice even crackling. And then we're going to score the pork. About 2 or 3 mils just under the skin. We do not want to penetrate too far through the fat to the actual meat. About 1.5 to 2 centimetres in between.
This pork is just beautiful. Hamlet pork is such a wonderful story. Multi-award winning at the Delicious Produce Awards, as is black barley, up against some, pretty fierce competition in the produce category. And I think the thing I love about this pork is that the pigs are happy. You can really tell when you go to the farm and, they roam free, it's antibiotic free, it's hormone free.
The pigs are a lot smaller, and because they are the oldest breed in the world, they have very strong genetics, and that actually follows through into their flavour and their fat content. They have really nice actual marbling, and they do also call it the Wagyu of pork because of that intermuscular marbling that they have, which helps to keep the pork really juicy and tender. Now what we want to do is we're just going to be very generous with rubbing some olive oil. And this oil is just going to really help to get that skin really nice and crispy. And then at the same time, we're going to use some beautiful flaky salt, and we want to be quite generous with this. Okay, now this pork is ready to go in the oven now, 240 degrees for around 20 or 30 minutes, and then we're going to turn it down to about 160. So this barley, it's a very simple process. So first of all, we're just going to put the barley in a pot, and we're just going to cover it with water. So this barley has been washed. That is a very important step. And now we're just going to bring that to the boil.
That's what's wonderful about this grain. It has this wonderful earthy, nutty flavour to it. So you really don't need to add anything at all.
And it's West Australian. It's one of my favourite grains to use in the restaurant as well. Okay, so the next step in the black barley, we're just going to take the juices from these white onions. So we're just going to strain this barley now. It's been cooking for 20 minutes. It's nice and al dente. It's so nutritious, it has so many health benefits. It has the highest source of protein out of any grain. So in goes the juice from the onions. We also have here some chicken stock, so we're just going to cover it. We've got some beautiful local white wine. It's really important that you use dry white wine here. A sprig of thyme.
Time after time.
Time after time. A pinch of salt now. We're just going to finish this with the juice of half a lemon. So we're just going to turn that up on high heat and just let that reduce until it just covers the barley. Okay, so we've just taken that pork out of the oven. It's been 35 minutes. Our black barley, it's basically evaporated. There's just a little bit left. So now what we want to do is we just want to have a low to medium heat now, and we're just going to slowly emulsify in some nice cold diced butter. So that will turn into a really nice light sauce to complement the pork. And it's so versatile. We serve this with fish, with pork, with beef, and also in a lot of our kind of more autumny winter vegetarian and vegan dishes as well. This is the white onion that was just simply roasted when we put the pork in, wrapped in foil. Now that's had time to rest, I'm just going to simply cut it in half. Then we just want to use the really beautiful sweet hearts. So now that this Hamlet pork rack's been resting for 20 minutes, it's time to plate up. I like to serve my pork medium to medium well is as far as I'll take it. And we can just see how juicy that is now. It looks absolutely divine, perfectly cooked.
Wouldn't expect anything less, Jed.
I know, luckily that. We're going to just finish it with a little bit of flaky salt. We're going to plate up the barley. Now these onions, which we just simply roasted, and then rhubarb puree.
The tartness of the rhubarb is really going to cut through that fattiness in the pork.
That's exactly what it's going to do. We just have a few little strips of rhubarb here, and then some beautiful June mustard.
No need for pepper. It's beautiful, Jed, like everything you played up. Let's eat it.
Please, have a try.
Get a little bit of everything on there. It's a perfect combination between salty, sweet, wonderful textures, beautiful colours on the plate, And you've paid respect to these ingredients and these beautiful producers in only the way you can, Jed, so well done.